Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to Adventures in Hardcore. As everyone remembers, this is going to be my fun little area to go, and it got dark, which means it's time for me to cave, because if I don't cave, I'll end up dying anyway, so it's a useful time to do what we need to do. So I'm trying to figure out what to do during... No. Haha, you missed. Thank you. Figure out what to do with the series. You know, should I make this talking series? Should I just talk about what I'm doing? But, uh-oh. And, I think that it's best if I just kind of do whatever feels natural at the time. I mean, it might be more about what I'm doing in game, or more about just some random topic. And I feel that as a Patriots fan, I know, terrible person, right? It would be good to talk about the Super Bowl. Obviously, I'm happy. My team won. Except for, I don't know if you can really call it my team won. I mean, awesome interception. But with 30 seconds to go, I'd established that Tom Brady just didn't make it happen. Because give it to Lynch. You know, there was all the talk about, oh, well, you know, if they do a pass and it's incomplete, they have a timeout. That way they have to keep the defense honest. And I'm like, dude, if you have to keep the defense honest to get the ball in the end zone, you're playing it wrong, right? I mean, come on. Arguably best running back in the league. And you're like, well, you know, we have to keep it. You know, now there's the conspiracy theories about, oh, well, Pete Carroll decided to throw it because he wanted to make Russell Wilson the hero instead of Lynch, because Lynch doesn't talk to the media, and the NFL got involved. And really, people, the NFL got involved. They called down with 2 seconds to go before the play goes, and like, no, don't give it to Lynch. What would happen if he was MVP? It'd be terrible. No, it wouldn't matter. And I don't get it. So, Seahawks fans, I'm sorry. And for full disclosure, I am a Blazer fan who lives in Portland. And if it wasn't for the fact that I became a Patriots fan before I really became a basketball fan, probably Paul Allen would have swayed me into being a Seahawks fan, just because, dude, hometown, love the owner. He's been great for Portland, for the Trailblazers. He really knows how to let his management do what his management needs to do. So totally happy with him. Honestly, the Seahawks are a great team, but was a Patriots fan long before I ever thought about being a basketball fan, and I didn't really get into Seahawks fever back then. And I know I may be the only person in the Pacific Northwest that's not. Makes me a bad person. I know, terrible person. But it was fun reading all the articles and all the Twitter feeds about how people feel about it, and, you know, how whose fault it was. And I love the biggest one that people don't talk about is the fact that Bill Belichick didn't use any timeouts, which may not seem like anything, but... Oh, that was dumb. Wow, I'm an idiot. All right, back to the surface for a quick run to get wood. Awesome. Yeah, let's just convert all of that stuff in... Of course. You can actually kill me. Ouch. Yep. Hardcore mode, hard mode, which means that could kill me. Just simply kill me. One blast to the head, it's over. Creeper drops down, over. If I remember right, the numbers, I think, means in hard mode, a creeper dropping on my head in even full iron armor is death. Hehe. Getting good. Ouch. No. Bad. No. No. Bad. No. 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 Ow. I said ow. That was not nice. No surprising me. It's a bad skeleton. It's a bad skeleton. Alright. That should be enough for now. Let's convert. What am I doing? Let's get some picks. Worry about other things later. Okay, that's close enough. And back to the cave. Oop, lag spike. You know, by Bill Belichick not using timeouts going up to that, he made Pete Carroll and the Seahawks decide what to do. He was basically making Pete Carroll win the game, which arguably made it so Pete Carroll / the offensive coordinator, and I don't remember his name because obviously it's that guy's fault. No matter what, in the end, the only person you can blame is the offensive coordinator who chose the play, because everyone else is going to follow that. I mean, yeah, Lynch could have been like angry and screamed, but all that was going to do is make him look petty. Wilson could have said, oh, well, maybe this is a bad throw, so you can always say it's his fault because he, well, maybe shouldn't have thrown a pass that could be intercepted. But in the end, the offensive coordinator is the person who chose the play. And I know Pete Carroll trusts the person, but in the end, if you're not going to follow the coordinator, then you might as well be benched. I know that seems harsh maybe, but in the end, the only person that needs to make those type of calls is Carroll, an offensive coordinator, and you have to live with whatever happens. And obviously, Wilson and the Seahawks get to live for 6 months going, man, maybe we shouldn't have thrown the ball on second down when we were on the 1 yard line and had Marshawn Lynch, who got, I think, stopped maybe once, maybe that whole game. I mean, when I mean whole game, I mean like the whole game. The Patriots stopped him behind the line of scrimmage once, which means they'd have to make miracle plays twice in a row to not let the Hawks win the game. Dude. Hashtag give it to Lynch. Now, they didn't really do that, so now we get to talk about it for, well, for a long time. You know, and you can't fault the Patriots for trying to win the game. You know, I mean, that was some epic play by Tom Brady even to make that possible. And it looked like the Giants all over again. You know, one epic catch equals one total failure for the rest of the team equals touchdown equals we lose the game. And when I was on the sideline, okay, not the sideline, when I was watching the final drive, when the guy caught the ball, I was like, why is Belichick not calling a timeout? I mean, we got to reevaluate, we need to stop the clock, we need to do all the little things to make it so that Tom Brady can come back and tie the game with a field goal so that we have a chance for overtime and our season isn't over. And it didn't happen, and it didn't happen, and it didn't happen. And I was like, why are you letting the Seahawks win this game? It's actually what I was thinking the whole time. And so in the end, had Russell Wilson not thrown an interception on the 1 yard line to end the game, I would have been having the same conversation except for, dude, Bill, why didn't you use a timeout? Use a timeout. Like, time out. But no, he didn't use one because he didn't need one. Because he forced Pete Carroll to prove that he was a better coach. And, that didn't happen. So the only fault, and everyone says, oh, that would never matter. But remember, Bill Belichick is the guy that was hired to replace Pete Carroll on the Patriots because they were losing a lot and they needed new blood and needed a new thought. And Bill Belichick came in, and then Brady, and then everyone hates them because they win all the time. And I could go in the Deflategate, and if it's proven that they purposely tried to deflate balls, yeah, they cheated, and there should be something about that. And there should be an asterisk, just like there's several Super Bowls that was won because refs made bad calls. And I know this sounds really bad, but I'd rather have deflated balls than refs deciding football games. The refs should never decide a football game. Because that's ridiculous. We're the professional league with people that get paid lots of money to make calls, and our refs decide football games. And you could say that arguably the refs decided Deflategate too, because they were not doing their job well enough to make sure the balls were properly inflated. I mean, everyone says, oh, you can't tell the pressure and how it feels and all those things. And in the end, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the fact that the league has a policy set up that means nothing. I mean, we're worried about PSI, which, fine, it's important, but it's only important if you're willing to actually make it a viable number, because saying, oh yeah, that's close enough, it is not important, and then it's something that doesn't matter, and that's hard. People are all mad, but there's no empirical evidence that the balls were even deflated afterwards, because who knows if the refs actually properly inflated the balls or just said, well, that's close enough. And then they've been talking about how it was 2 PSI under, and now the league's like, well, actually, we don't know any of that. I'm like, really? You have no idea at all where the balls were at and where they are now? I mean, it's kind of ridiculous how inept the league is at finding something as simple as, why don't you record the PSI before each game? This is what it is from us when we go to the field. You could even do a quick test, at the end of each quarter to see where they are, because totally missed that one. Whoops. But they didn't do that because until just recently, no one cared because it's a ball, it's inflated. So I don't know. Cheating's cheating though. But I don't think right now the league has any idea what that means or how it looks, and they didn't even think about how pressure and volume change related to temperature. Ever said, oh well, if it was tested again at the right temperature. But I kind of feel from what they've been talking about, they did the testing like at halftime, and that's what got them in trouble. But then it sounds like they inflated the balls that they were using and then let them play on with those balls. And if that's true, then how do we even know what that means? Which, again, is stupid. This is something that the league needs to do better for the fans, for the players. I mean, I know I think it was the free safety on the Colts was the one that originally brought it to attention. Yet, sad thing is, Brady didn't do very well in the first half of that game, which probably means he got an interception on his scorecard, his stat sheet, because the balls were underinflated. And when the balls were, according to the refs, no one else, we don't know anything because we have no numbers to look at. When the league says, oh, they were 2 psi under, well, they didn't write any numbers down, so they're just pulling a number out of the air and saying this is what it is. And then they're like, oh, well, the NFL, and we didn't quite do that. And I'm like, really? You have no idea at all what the PSI was that you're accusing everyone of doing. It's kind of sad, really, that we live in a time when people are willing to throw everyone under the bus without actually have any facts. I know facts, used to be really important, but they sure don't seem very important anymore. It seems like a lot of witch hunts because people don't like for whatever. And that's sad. Do I feel there should be an investigation? Yes. Do I feel the public has a right to know? Yes. Do I think the media and everyone should destroy a whole organization without having any facts? Yep, probably not. Until an investigation is over with, especially the fact that either A, the league is trying to just slough it underneath the rug because they don't think they actually have anything, or it doesn't matter because the Patriots won. I don't know. But, if they're really sloughing it on the rug because the Patriots won, that's even worse than having something in place that means nothing. When you're talking about something important like that, you need to have empirical evidence to go against. You need to test and then test each quarter, and honestly, the league doesn't do that, which is sad. Very sad. And I hope they make changes in the off-season about the policies so that we can have a better understanding when things like this come up of how they got that way, instead of saying, oh, well, this and that and the other, when you don't even know what that means. Yes, I'm still trying to find a cave. I don't know if that's a cave. That looks like just a slit in the wall. But, well, it's something. But, yeah. Oh, creeper. No, bad creeper. Woohoo! I win. I win. How did I miss that? Really? Wow, I am blind. Yeah, wow. Whoa. See, I told you. That could have ruined my day. And this whole series could be over after I totally rip on the NFL and Pete Carroll and their offensive coordinator and Russell Wilson for not stepping up and saying, this is dumb. We should never do this. But, you know, I'd want to be the hero of the game too, especially when the hero gets so much stuff. I mean, free cars. I mean, it's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. But I think that for right now, I am going to sign off. And I think the first thing we're going to do when I come back to this next time is drop down that hole. But in the meantime, I'm going to start a little section to turn iron from ore to ingot so that I can, you know, stop running around naked without iron swords because my sword's about dead and it's about time to try and upgrade. And so that is what I'm going to plan to do. And I have enough to do that sort of thing. So I will start that. And okay, so I guess I didn't need to do that. Actually, I have more than I thought I did. It's really nice, actually. I think that's enough to at least get me started in the world of the Iron Age, according to Minecraft. Because we all know that after the Iron Age is the Diamond Age, which doesn't make any sense at all. But it's awesome. Really sad when I face an enemy and my sword breaks and I have nothing to replace it with. It'll be awesome. To be like, welcome to your demise. As I'm trying to hit them, probably with the axe. You know, it's a good backup plan. Not a very good backup plan, but it's a backup plan. Don't fall because of hardcore. That, death. It's all over. You do that, you lose the game. Lose the game. Huh. I guess I've been talking about how to lose games. Isn't that funny? Need one more. See, now, totally won the game. Look at me. Won the game. Won the game. Won the game. Yeah! Perfect. Now it's time to make it so that I can further win the game by having iron utils so that I don't do something stupid. Not saying I won't do something stupid. I'm saying I'm going to try really hard not to do something stupid. Replacements are good. That and at least one bucket for water. Don't care about anything else. Replace bars. Yeah, honestly, don't care about anything else right now. So that's nice. And that's good because they're gone. Okay. So everyone, this is Lenny Kraut wishing he had inventory space. Oh great, I need more inventory space. They're all so important. Sorry, Sprucewood, you lose. Alright. So, this is Lenny Kraut saying goodbye, good night, and have a wonderful day.